Okay, come on. Stay right here. Stay right here. Stay right here, Tobe. Stay right here. Don't worry me. Don't worry me. I'm trying to clean up. You don't believe this boy. He's laying on the ground. He won't move. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, nobody's there. We're by ourselves today, Tobe. Dark night. Hello. What's going on? Out walking Toby dog. It's so dark. It's a dark morning here. It's a super dark morning. All that'll change in a week. We almost didn't do our live stream. It's so dark out. I figured I'm going to have to walk down one of these main streets that's got street lights in order to see Tobe. There's little Toby. We're going to walk down one of these busy streets today. Just so we can see. Otherwise, we won't be able to see nothing. Here's a new business. Looks like they're selling clothes. There we go. We can see now. Streetlights help out on a morning like this. Sun's coming up, but it's still dark. Time changes, I think, at the end of the week, next weekend. I don't know the date exactly. It might even be the last day of the year. I mean, the month. It's a lot darker out than the camera shows. These cameras are good at gathering light nowadays. Except in the back of the neighborhood where there's no street lights. There's no light to gather. Good morning, Nate's husband. How's it going? Hey, Grow with Helen. Look at our boy down here. Jurian, it's kind of cold here. So we're going to hook you up with a jacket so you stay warm. There you go. What's going on, bro? I'm sure it's afternoon where you guys are. It's early morning here. It was 35 degrees out Fahrenheit when I left the house, which is about, I'm guessing 1 or 2 degrees centigrade or Celsius that you guys use. Hey, Septi. Welcome, welcome, all the way from Indonesia. Wow, all the way from Indonesia. I'm thinking it's 7 p.m. there. About. It's 7 a.m. here. About 7:15. Helen says hello, Bubba Toby. I will be in the background in the kitchen finishing up. Oh, excellent, excellent. Thanks for coming by, Helen. I sure appreciate it. I sure appreciate you. All is well, Nate's husband. All is well. Got up a few minutes late, but we're out here walking. Toby's got to I walk him at least an hour in the morning. In the summertime, when it's brighter earlier, we get longer. But in the wintertime, like right now, holy smokes. Well, it's not quite winter, but getting there. It's so dark. I can't, there's no way to get 2 hours in. 2:18 after lunch. Helen, what was for lunch, Helen? Septi says hi from Bali, Indonesia. Cool. Look at Toby. Come on, Toby. Come on, Toby. Come on, let's go. Haha. Bad daddy. Bad daddy lets Toby goof off. We're supposed to be walking. Come on, other side. Ouch. This is one of the business districts in town. This is they call it the Columbus Avenue Business District. There's all kinds of little businesses here. They come and go. This is the Taekwondo studio my kids went to. That's where my kids went. The two boys, the oldest two, they were like Ninja Turtles back in the day. They could fly through the air. They could jump super high. All kinds of kicking and jumping and moving around like that. Number two son, the youngest boy, he could do the splits when he was like 10, 12 years old. Both boys could do the splits forever, you know. But when number two son was 10 to 14 years old, he could do the splits hanging between two chairs. They'd put one chair underneath one foot and one chair under the other. And he'd do the splits with his arms folded or something. He'd do punches and stuff while he was doing the splits hanging in the air like that. Hey, Grace McCoo, welcome. Good morning. Good morning from my side. I'm sure it's afternoon on your side. We're just out. We decided to walk down a busy street today, Grace, so that we could see. It was super dark when I left the house. I had fun at your party yesterday, Grace. That was a good time. I liked the music playing. Everybody was singing and dancing. It was a good time. Toby, Septi said hi. Septi said hi. Welcome to my village. This is an art supply store, and they make frames here. I had one of my mom's pictures framed here. Oh my God, it was terribly expensive, but it's worth it. My mom, when she graduated from high school way back when she graduated, her people didn't do family pictures, graduation pictures, like regular pictures, photographs. They did paintings. So her graduation picture is the actual painting. And when my sister was still alive, we would pass it back and forth. Her and I would pass it back and forth every couple years. Hold on, Toby. Hold on. Let me fix your leash. We pass it back and forth between us every couple years to hang on our walls. But then when Sandy died, I'll give that picture to my kids with the understanding that they've got to share it with their cousins. They can pass it back and forth through the years, you know. I think that's a pretty cool idea. It's going to be a nice sunrise. What do you think of this busy street? Let's head back, Tobe. I'm not too fond of walking on busy streets. How's everybody's day going today so far? Anything exciting going on? Is it cruise control day, a Monday, same old, same old? That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for that cruise control day where everything just goes right along. Easy peasy. I got a big assignment I need to get finished. It's going to take me today and tomorrow at least. Got grandkids I got to pick up today. Their daddy's out of town. Oh. Sun's starting to get, or the sky's starting to brighten up over there. You don't want to see that, folks. Toby's taking care of business. Is 1, 2, 3. And that leaves me with the 4, 5, 6. Hold on, Tobe. Let me clean this up. Hold on, little buddy. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. And we got to clean up after our pets. I don't like people letting their dogs go to the bathroom in my yard without cleaning it up, so I always clean ours up. Come on, Toby. His white's so white, sometimes that's all you can see of Toby when we're walking. He's moving along pretty happily right now. The new kitty has settled in good. Him and Toby, the kitty wants to come and be friends with Toby, but Toby's a little standoffish. She's been chasing him away from him a little bit. Toby is real protective of his food, and the cat wants to come around when Toby's eating. So come on. But he's a really good cat. Is it still dark there? Yes, Grace. You can see the sun's trying to come up. The sun's trying to come up, but it's still dark. It is almost 7:30 a.m. We get a time change here coming up at the end of the month, and we're going to lose an hour. So this 7:30 a.m. they'll call in at 6:30 a.m. So we'll get more sunlight in the mornings on our walks, because we'll be leaving an hour later in a week or so. Anastasia Blessed, good morning. Good morning. Look, you could see our boy right here. You can barely see him. Sun's coming up, but she's not up yet. Come on, Toby, leave that alone. I think he can see the rabbits already. A lot of people have automatic sensors that turn on the porch lights, turn on the back door lights and stuff like that. Sometimes you'll notice when we're walking that lights will be flicking on in the dark. That's what we just passed a house that had automatic porch lights. They sense, motion detection. Come on, little Toby. Toby wants to smell everything. Come on. Come on, let's go east. Let's go east into the lake. How's your day so far, Anna? How is your day? Did you make it to the market this morning? How's little Jennifer doing? Holy smokes, 2 degrees Celsius? That's cold. That's cold, Benji. How's it going? I'm guessing you're further north than I am. Well, no. We could be about the same far north. I'm sure it's at about that here. It's 35 degrees. I'm guessing you're in Canada. Northern Ontario. Hey, good guess, huh? Michigan. Neighbor. Oh. It suddenly got colder here. Whoo. Hold on a second, folks. I'm gonna hit this reset real quick. Sure. It felt like it dropped a little bit. Maybe it was just because when I turned the corner, it's darker here. Are we still loading? Oh, you drive through Michigan all the time. Cool. I've only driven in Canada once. And that was just across the bridge at Windsor. We crossed the bridge, spent the day hanging out. I think we shopped and ate. We're talking 1990s. And I've never been back since. Just because I don't leave the country. That's the only reason. I don't like to go any place where the laws are different than what I'm used to. Does that sound goofy? I'd hate to get caught up in something just because I opened my mouth or did something wrong. Then you're caught up in a legal system you don't know nothing about. And I know some of these countries, if you say something wrong, that somebody deems wrong, the thought police deem wrong, and they could lock you up. Here in the USA, I know the laws. I know I can run my mouth and nothing's going to happen. I know I believe in Great Britain, they've got laws that you can't say what you want to say. Anastasia says, yes, her day is good. And yes, she went to the market today. Cool. What did we pick up, Anna? I know you saw my picture of my last harvest yesterday. Did you pick up any of that stuff? Do you eat eggplant often? I got a bunch of eggplants yesterday. I figured I better take them yesterday, the day before, Saturday. I figured I better pull everything so it doesn't freeze on the vine. So I pulled pretty much everything. I'm surprised that the okra is still growing. We've had many 30-degree mornings, or like mid-30s so far in the last week. I would think that okra would be all done. But no, I looked yesterday and there's new flowers on it. And they're opening, so. The flowers are opening and the okras are growing. It wasn't a hard freeze yesterday, but it was a freeze. And there was frost on some of the vegetables, some of the plants. Like this morning when we came out, there was, well, I guess it's not frost, not cold enough. I was going to say there was frost on the grass this morning, but it was just dew. It is chilly, though, let me tell you. Hey, Rubberneck. How's it going? Good morning. Welcome, welcome. We're out for our morning walk. Toby's morning walk and my morning ramble. You know, when we first started doing our live streams, Toby was walking and I was just walking along with him. I think that description's still up on my page board there. Just walking, no talking. And somebody told me I need to start talking. And now I can't shut up. Yeah, we had a good weekend. We went to Great Maku's party. That was fun. That was the highlight of our weekend. Saturday, we didn't do much. I dug a deep hole. It had been raining every day since Ike Kitty died. That I wasn't able to put in the ground until Saturday. Sun's coming up. I don't think we're going to get a spectacular sunrise, but I think every time the sun comes up, it's pretty spectacular. We're not going to get the overly spectacular this morning. There's no clouds to light up. We could see the reds though. Look, already this morning you can see the bright reds. The reds are my favorite. Come on, let's keep moving, Tobe. Oh. Come on, buddy. Come on, leave it. I'm assuming that was a rabbit underneath the bushes. If it had been a skunk, we'd be in a world of hurt. That's the encounter I'm dreading. Is when Toby comes face to face with that skunk, and he's not going to know enough to leave it alone. He will afterwards, though. After he runs into that skunk. Some mornings when I wake up, I can smell it like it's in the house. There's across the street and at the other corner, there's one neighbor told me that they've seen a skunk going under somebody's porch on the next corner over. Every few mornings you can smell it. Whew. Hey, Tiffany Star. Tiffany Star says she loves Toby. This is Toby dog, Tiffany. Let me see if I can get him. Hey, Bubba. Let's come and say hi to Tiffany. Come and say hi to Tiffany. Come and say hi to Tiffany. Oh, let's fix your leg. Let's fix your leg. There we go. Come and say hi to Tiffany, Tobe. Toby just turned 3 a month ago. Almost a month ago. Come on, Toby. He can be a handful. He can be a handful because I'm not the strictest daddy in the world. I pretty much let him do what he wants to do a lot of the time. Which isn't good. But it's good for me and him. Come on, come on. He loves fence lines. He can never get away from the fence without sniffing and sniffing and sniffing. Hey, David Hunt, welcome, welcome. Mr. David Hunt, how's it going? This is my boy Toby dog here. We're out for our morning walk. This is what we do every day, almost every day. We get out and walk, and look at the Aussie Shepherd, Tobe. Look at a puppy. Look at a puppy. Come on, watch. Toby, this is what Toby does. When the dogs are barking at him, he's like teasing them. Oh, David Hunt Raid, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I was just telling the folks about my garden. My garden, we've had a freeze already. So this weekend I went to taking the garden apart, and I was telling everybody how my okra is still growing. I'm amazed. I've even got new blooms, and it's been 35 and under 40 degrees every morning for all night. You know what I mean? For a week, at least a week now. I'm so surprised that there's still flowers and they're still growing. Hey, Nate DeChovy. How's it going? Good morning, good morning. Your husband beat you here. Your husband's already here. You guys are funny. There's our favorite church. Hold on, Toby, hold on. These people come through these neighborhood streets so fast, the speed limit's 15 miles an hour in the neighborhoods. But people tend to do 25 to 30. In front of the long street in front of my house, I live on a corner. It's only 2 blocks from stop sign to stop sign, and I'm guessing people get up to 30 miles an hour between 2 block stop signs. Crazy. I don't know why they drive so fast. Could you turn to the tree on the corner? Oh, back this way. Oh, I didn't see the chat, David. Sorry about that. When I'm walking, I'm too busy walking to see the chats. Is this what you're talking about? I'm guessing this is what you want to see. These beautiful reds. We turn back. I think that's what we saw with this one here. Nope. Yes, the colors are beautiful, David says. Yeah, isn't that something? It's fall here, of course. And It's like that everywhere. Where are you located, David? Aren't you? You're here, USA. Are you? You must be in a southern state, I'm guessing. This is our Michigan fall. The trees haven't. There's lots of leaves of the trees still, but when they fall, the ground will be covered. Oh, you're in Massachusetts, so this is what you're used to seeing. I believe you're further north than I am. I'm like 100 miles north of Detroit. Hey, Classic Hairstyle, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're out on our morning walk with Toby Dog. Toby Dog. Come on, Bubba. Let's keep moving. We're just walking through the neighborhoods today. We don't have a real... Usually we've got a destination where we walk to a certain corner or certain block, so we know we're getting our mileage in. But today we're just wandering. I wanted to get you on the main streets. That there were some street lights this morning. It was so dark out. Hey, Share Bear, welcome, welcome. This is what fall sounds like. Crunching of the leaves. Here's another red tree. You just can't see it. The sunlight hasn't hit it completely yet. Come on, Toby, let's keep moving. This is a maple tree. People still on bicycles, look at that. It's never too cold, I guess. People ride bicycles year round here. Even in the wintertime, you'll see people on their bicycles. And now that there's so many electric bicycles out here, everywhere you look, there's people on electric bikes. They're zipping all over the place, not paying attention to the traffic laws or rules. Ooh, look at that red one on the other side of that jack pine. There's a big orange one right here. Orange, green, red. But yeah, those electric bikes are everywhere. I bet this winter we'll see lots of them. I see lots of them with the big tires on now. Instead of regular bicycle tires, they're big, thick tires, like almost like motorcycle tires. David Hunt says, I wanted to make sure I heard you say that your okra is still growing. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, the okra is still putting out a couple. I took probably 80% of it down, of the stalks down. I cut all the little leaves and took the little sprouts off the sides of them. I'm going to use them for sticks to tie plants to next year. I'm not sure. They should dry stiff. I don't see them coming apart. Look at that red tree. There's another one over the top of that house. That's my favorite color of these trees. Haha, yeah, David, come on by. I got lots of okra for you. Can you hear the train? Train horn. We've got lots of train tracks. So we hear the churches ringing their bells. We hear train horns. We hear ship horns. There's a navigable river that runs right through the middle of our town, and big freighters come up it. Every once in a while, we'll get the ocean going vessel, but I would guess probably 95% of the boats that come through are higher, or Great Lakes vessels. They deliver a lot of aggregates, and I believe they ship out grains also. I know along the river there's a big grain terminal in Saginaw. I don't think they ship out of here. All we get here is stone, sand. They don't ship the cars out or anything. Car parts. I believe that all goes out on rail or truck. Welcome, welcome, welcome. These guys blocking the sidewalk. That's like my number one pet peeve, is people that park across the sidewalk like that. That is such a jerk move. That is such a jerk move. Just think if it was an old lady in a wheelchair, you know? What the old people in the wheelchairs or walkers, what are they supposed to do when you're parked across the sidewalk like that? We've been getting that a lot the last few years. There's a guy on the other end of my block. Are we back? We froze up. A phone call came through. Are you allowed to block the sidewalk, David Hunt asks? Isn't that against the law? Yeah, it's against the city ordinance, but nothing's ever done anymore. I think police here, they only respond to accidents and fights anymore. You don't see them stopping and writing tickets for blocking the fire hydrants, parking too close to the corners, blocking the sidewalks. It's kind of aggravating. It's real aggravating. I always walk between when they're blocked like that. Some people, their porches are real close to the sidewalk, and they'll block completely from the sidewalk to the porch. And I just walk right up. I'll walk right on their porch to get around their car. I don't care. When I was a kid, we would walk right over the cars. Uh-oh. There we go. Sorry about that. I had a phone call come in, and I think it knocked my connection crazy. Did we make it back? We're going to try to get to 1 hour here, folks. We left the house a little late. Did we make it back? Okay. We're going to try to get to 1 hour here. We left the house about 10 minutes late, but I need to get back home as close to 8 o'clock as possible. Get my butt to work. Welcome, Tamaris Mitchell. Welcome, welcome. I'm Titlepro. This is my friend Toby dog. Every morning we go for a walk between like an hour to 2 hours. Sometimes on the weekends we'll hit 3 hours. And we try to get on the weekday mornings from between 7 and 8. I need to be to work by 8. but I can't seem to get out of the house at 6:30. When it's daylight out at 6:30, I can get out, but when it's dark out, it's hard to leave the house. Look at this. They got their Halloweeny ready to go. The first time Toby saw something like this right here with the stuff coming out of the ground, the hands and the legs and stuff, he wouldn't go anywhere near it. He cowered and ran the other way. Ooh, look at that. Are you guys ready for some nightmares? Oh, look at the twins. Yikes. Yikes. Halloween. Halloween, get you some. Ooh, ouch. This knee is not kneeing today. There's another red one right in front of us. And some more Halloween. Let's zoom in and see what they got going on. They've got a big ghost in their yard too, right there. Toby, let go. All kinds of Halloween. Sorry about the shaky camera. I'm just old and shaky. Come on. Okay, let's go. Old and shaky. This house here's they've been refurbishing this house on the corner for the last, I wouldn't say 10 years, but close to it. And they're taking it back to the 1800s, you know. And they've got all kinds of antique stuff in the yard. The brand new wrought iron fence. And the house, you know how like the windows, people put stuff in the windows with lights on so you can see it. The windows are it's all antique lamps. And you can see all kinds of antiques in there. It's a really beautiful home. They're really doing it up. Come on. There's a lot of homes like that here in town getting refurbished or have been refurbished back to the 1800s, 1900s, the way they were. A lot of beautiful homes here. Then there's a lot of raggedy ones too. Everything in this neighborhood's at probably 1920s or earlier. Some of it gets taken care of, some of it doesn't. Depends on what kind of money the people have. Hey Doji, did I pronounce it right? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, USA, what a country. Yeah, these houses are really old here. But they're not the oldest. This isn't like the oldest neighborhood in town. I didn't pronounce it right. How do we pronounce it? If you type it in there the way it's pronounced, we'll get it right. Just say dog. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, this is my dog. This is Toby. Toby dog. He's a good boy. He's a wonderful dog. I've been pretty lucky. He knows his place and he knows his assignment, and he usually executes the assignments well. Usually. When we get he's a show dog, and when we get in the show dog ring, second, third days of the shows, he likes to goof off. First day of the show, he's usually really good. Ooh, it feels like it's getting colder out. Holy smokes. I didn't put any gloves on. My hands are cold today. Isn't he a beautiful boy? This is Toby. He is 3 years old. He just turned 3 less than a month ago. On the 29th of September. He's a really good boy. He's a big boy too. He's 20 inches at the shoulder. And he weighs about 55 pounds. He is a big boy. For this region anyway. The border collies in this region, the show dogs anyhow, they're smaller. They grow them smaller here for some reason. But that little dog might be okay for herding the geese or the ducks on. But when you're herding the big bulls, this is what you want here. Big, strong boy. We've got a friend that has actual herding dogs. Toby grew up on the farm in the beginning before I got him. But since then, he's been a city boy. There's no bulls or sheep or anything for him to herd. But I know he could do it. We've got one friend that she's got dogs that do that. And they compete in the ring. And she says when we go to the dog show, we win ribbons. Ribbons and little prizes. But when she wins at the herding trials, she gets checks for big money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It takes a lot, though, to train a dog to herd for herding. Even though it's their natural instinct, you still got to train them. I saw Toby make a move once when we were with a bunch of dogs and people that showed me that he's got the herding instinct in him. I keep saying we like he's watching it with me. But I watch the videos on the YouTube of the herding dogs working the sheep. And I've seen Toby make the big circle runs and to round up the people like the herding dogs do with the sheep. I think he could do it. I'm sure he could. Doggy says he'll be back. Hey, Dr. Stella. Welcome. Hey, I like your short, that latest short of yours. It looks inspirational with the black and white. I'm thinking right? It was in black and white. I put out a couple videos and shorts in black and white. I like it. I like the black and white. My audience doesn't seem to like it though. Not as much as the regular stuff. Ooh, big dog. Is that a Bernese mountain dog? I believe that's... Come on, Toby. Come on, Toby. Look at Toby. Oh, stop. That dog will eat you, Tobe. That dog will eat you. I believe that was a Bernese mountain dog. Oh, look at this. This is what fall in Michigan sounds like. Did everybody hear that? Do we need to play it a second time? Did everybody hear that? We'll bend one more corner. I was headed right back to the house, but this block here is 3 blocks long. We'll head down this way, and then we'll turn and head back towards the house. Time for me to get to work. Ooh, it's already 8 o'clock. Uh-oh. I can feel that Toby's not ready to go and sit in the house yet. We'll go in the house, he'll eat his breakfast, and then he'll come stand by me and look at me until I get up and let him out. And then he'll go hang out till 1 o'clock. When the sun hits the west side of the house where he's laying, he usually comes in. He comes in and sleeps. Sleeps all day. You guys know that dogs sleep all day, right? They only get up to do things. It's because they're awake all night. Toby, he wanders the house at night. He'll sleep one place for half an hour, then he'll lay someplace else for half an hour, then he'll lay someplace else for half an hour. You see him all over the house. And then I'm thinking he really sleeps like between 3:30 and 5:30, because that's when he's out. I could step over him and he doesn't move. David Hunt says he has to run, and we'll see you later. Hey, thanks for coming by, David. I sure appreciate you. I sure appreciate you coming by. Thank you very much, friend. We'll see you on the streets. We're going to turn here up at the corner. These are old stomping grounds here. This was my best friend. We walked past his house. My best friend from school lived back that way, from high school. So I used to walk on the sidewalk a lot. Back 50 years ago, 40 years ago. Oh, look, you can see frost. You see that, folks? It did freeze. Can you see the frost, everybody? We'll stop and look. That's all ice. That's all ice there. Everything's feels pretty crisp too. I don't think it was a hard freeze, but it's a freeze nonetheless. You can see the ice on the car. Can you see the ice on the windshield? Hold on, Toby. See the ice? Frost. Isn't that something? I knew it got colder this morning. When we left the house, it was 35. So when I turned that corner and said, oh my goodness, it's gotten cold all of a sudden, that's when it dipped down. That's when the frost come. Oh, there's no frost in front, only on the side. The side has frost, but not the front. The big field's got frost, though. This is where I went to elementary school. Right here, Farragut Elementary. We're talking 50 some years ago. Whoa. When you get old quick. I walked these very sidewalks 50 years ago, 55 years ago. This was my path home from school. I went to the school back there behind us, and we lived about 6-7 blocks that way forward. I've always liked this place too. Look at that. That's cool. There's a lot of old nice houses like that here. Yeah, I remember standing on the fire hydrant. We would stand on that. Goofy kids, just like kids. Kids being kids. Malkaya Africana. Hey, hello. Hello. Darling Maria. Hello. Good morning to you. Good morning. Dog says, bye, my friend. God bless you. I got to go now. Bye. God bless all of you. Thank you for coming by, dog, I'm sorry. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for finding our channel and checking us out. Like I was saying earlier, we're here usually 5 mornings out of the week. Anywhere from 6:30 to 7:30 start time, and we go for an hour, sometimes 2. Today we're over an hour. Oh, not quite. And everyone here, they're all content creators, and they're real friendly people. Singing psalms together. Welcome. Oh, thank you. I was talking this weekend with somebody, I think it was Mom, and I was telling her about that I've been live streaming, and she knew I was live streaming, but in the beginning, like I said before, we were just talking, or just walking, no talking. I told her I started talking in my live streams, and it's like every corner I got a memory. I guess that's what happens when you live someplace for so long. Toby wants to goof off, but there's too much traffic. What, little buddy? What, little buddy? Run, 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 run. Oh, what did she say? She just laughed. She just laughed. Told me not to bore everybody. That's what I told her, is hopefully I don't put people to sleep. Too many memories. Too many memories. This is the park. Hold on, folks. Let me get this leash. This is the park that back in the early 1970s, they didn't have, like, just about every block has a daycare on it here now. Daycare is a real modern thing. Back when I was a little kid, we didn't have the daycare like they do now. They had, if you just had some teenager come babysit you, you know. One of the neighborhood girls would come over and watch you while your mom's away or whatever. But in the summertime, the public schools here would put on not actually a summer school, but like a day program where we would come and get a few little lessons, and they'd watch us as we play. It was kind of like daycare, but before actual daycare. And this is where it was held. All this garden area wasn't here back then. This was all trees and playground back in the day. The sidewalks were here, the X sidewalks, but all this here in the middle wasn't here. But this is where we came. I think I spent 2 or 3 summers here. I must have been 6, 7 years old. 6, 7, 8 years old. But I played here until we moved. I was 10 years old when we moved from here. When we moved from this neighborhood. And I played here until then. We used to play here every day. And then once I hit high school, my friends and I would come here to this area right here in front of us. This big wide open spot. There was a hedgerow between the sidewalk, between the park and the road on that side. And here we'd play football. Big games of football, like 10 on 10 or 11 on 11. You know, we'd have full teams, and we played. Me and my buddies from high school, the high school football team, we would play against whoever was going to play. You know, the takers from the neighborhood, and it was anywhere from 14-year-old kids to 40-year-old men we played against. Yeah, Toby gets to run free a lot. We're in different places we go, but in these busy street areas, I'm nervous because if he sees a squirrel and goes tearing after a squirrel, there's no stopping him. Now the dog, Charlie boy that lived with us before Toby came, that dog, I could stop him in the middle of a full run. He'd be full speed and I'd yell to him, "Stop!" And he'd just stop in his tracks, like stopping on a dime. I'm not kidding you. That dog was something else. This is the park that we walked through just about every day. This was the last park we walked through before we got hit. We walked through here one morning and we turned 2 blocks up there, and then when we got to the main street, a guy ran a stop sign when we were crossing in the crosswalk, wiped us out. He was a super dog. They're all different. I thought when I got Toby that I was getting another Frisbee dog. Oh, thanks, dog. Did you guys see what dog says? By the way, I forgot to mention, this channel is my favorite. I forgot to say, I sure appreciate that. Oh, bright colors. Wild camera swings. Have you started chopping, Anna? Whew. I bet you're happy to have Jennifer home. I bet you're happy to have her home. Leave it, Tobe. Leave it, Tobe. Leave it, buddy. Leave it. Wow, boy. He's just a wild dog. Wild and crazy. The freeze depends on on the tree coverage. If trees are hanging over your yard, this freeze probably didn't hit you. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that look cool? But the frost didn't hit until while we were walking. When we left the house, there was no frost on the grass, but it dropped. The dew must have dropped and the temperature dropped at the same time. Look, you can see it's really a lot of white here. That's all frost on the roofs. Let's see, you can see frost on the roof. See the dark part of the shingles? That's the frost line. The white part that's a gray shingle up. Oh, look. Can you see that? Can you see that? Let's see. There. The geese and the ducks are forming up. They've been flying around for the last week or so, a couple weeks, stretching their muscles, getting ready to head south. Oh, you want a video of the leaves? I'll make you one. I'll make you one in I can post it to you've got an email on there? Do you have an email on your channel, Anna? You hear that dog barking right now? That's the dog that attacked us this last summer. Barking. The dog that chased us for 3 blocks. You know, if I'd have just let Toby turn around and get to him, there wouldn't have been nothing left of that dog. But I don't want Toby fighting like that. So I was just trying to get Toby away from that dog. Oh my goodness. What do you think that is, folks? Dead body laying on the sidewalk, huh? Didn't that look like a body in that bag? Well, we'll figure it out, Anna. We'll figure out how to get you that video. I'll take it in the next couple of days and get it to you. We'll figure it out. Busy, busy. Busy, busy. It's a Halloween decoration. Halloweeny people are pretty inventive with their Halloween decorations, huh? That's a good one. I never saw one like that before. It looked real from what you see on TV. Ideal Eileen, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming by. I've been coming and watching you doing your singing recently. He's heading towards the high school. There's a high school that way. I hope that's not where he's going, but that's where he looks like he's headed. Holy smokes, he's got to be doing 60 miles an hour. This is a 35 mile an hour zone. Wow, that's right. He's almost down there to the high school. Toby didn't like that, did he? That's right where he pulled over. Looks like he's pulled over the block before the high school. There's a 7-Eleven the block before the high school. Huh. Hopefully everybody's okay. Hopefully everybody's okay. This is a new business here on the corner. This is a beautiful building. I've always liked this building. It's really nice. There used to be an insurance agency here for probably 50 years. There was an insurance company here. And then the people died. The kids didn't take the business over, and now it's a store. Nothing's really survived here since then. Now it's a store. They just moved in a month or so ago. Looks like they're selling clothes. I don't see how they're going to make money on that corner, though. I don't see it. It's a good spot for an office. Hey, Assad Danger Brand, welcome, welcome. Welcome, friend. Assad Danger Brand, #1 YouTube gamer. #1 YouTube gamer and #1 Toby fan. Day, Assad. How's it all going today? There's a dog across the street getting walked too. He just now saw Toby. Toby don't pay attention. I like to walk in the leaves. I like the sound. It's so soothing. And it means, and I know exactly what it means when I hear that sound. It means it's winter almost. Whoop, whoop. Dog, that's a good way to get hurt. Did you see that? He turned and stopped right in front of me. I wasn't looking. I was looking up at the trees, at the red tree. Ha 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 ha. We almost went for a fall. The headlines would have read, Titlepro takes a tumble. Look at this fence here, folks. You see that fence? You see how it's busted? It's been busted like that for at least 40 years. I've been walking by here. It's been broken like that since the 1980s, the early 1980s. I knew the people that lived there back in the early 1980s. That fence hasn't been repaired in, what is that, 50 years, 40 years? 40, and all it is one piece. They sell the piece at the hardware store. It's probably $15, and it's just one piece, the end cap. I gotta stop so I can read this. 22 in the house, double tap and subscribe. Hey, 22 in the house, I didn't see that. There's some Halloween decorations. They've got lights that light up the side of the house with ghosts and goblins. We saw them the other morning. Wow. Smell the marijuana. Holy cow. They must be growing at the house we just walked by. It's legal here, so they can do it. Anybody and everybody can grow it now here. It just amazes me. You know, 20 years ago, it wasn't like that. 20 years ago, if someone walked by your house and smelled that smell, the cops would be there the next day. And the power company would turn in too. It's a whole different world. 2 days left for Halloween. 2 days left. Come on, Toby dog. Well, folks, we are at the end of our walk today. We've got a couple blocks till we get home, so I'm going to start saying goodbye now. Everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming by, visiting with old Toby Dog and old Titlepro. We sure appreciate every single one, every single person. Yeah, marijuana's the gateway drug. They grow it here like it's just a weed, right? Ha ha. I would say at least every other block we walk past, we smell it. Not at least, but you know what I mean. It's a lot. I would guess, though, I would make the guess that on every block there's somebody growing it inside. Plus the big warehouses over by where the dog school's at. It's in an industrial area. And the two closest buildings to the dog school, one is they grow in the warehouse. And then the warehouse across the street is where they package it, where they chop it up and package it, a distribution center. Good morning, Simone TV. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. You caught us at the end, which is fine. I'm sure glad you came by. I appreciate you. How's the rest of your weekend? I have no idea what time it is where you're at. Let me guess. I'm thinking you're 4 hours difference. Is it 4 hours? It's 8:30 a.m. here. Yeah, frost on the ground. It wasn't here when we left on our walk. It was 35 degrees right when we left the house. And then about 20 minutes later, I'd say close to 7:30, 7:15, 7:30, all of a sudden it got really cold. And that's when the frost come down. It's not everywhere. Like under the trees, there's no frost. But in the wide open spots and on the rooftops, you can see the rooftops are all covered in frost. Yep, it's that time of the year. We use Fahrenheit here, and it was, like I said, 35. Yesterday, it was 31 when we left the house. Was that yesterday? Yeah. Which is, let's see, 32 is 0 on the Celsius. When I was a kid, we called it centigrade, when the whole world was calling it Celsius. So it's probably 2 degrees here. There was a fella in here earlier that's from Ontario, and it was 2 degrees there, Celsius. So they're about the same here. Cold. Oh, update to a story. Update to a story I told a couple weeks ago. Now, I'm not saying my neighborhood is the quietest neighborhood in town, but nothing usually goes on here other than kids coming and stealing stuff out of your yard. They steal the kids' bikes. Every once in a while, somebody will get their house broke into, or they'll a lot of times the people will walk down the street and open your car doors and try to take whatever inside it, things like that. Nothing bad. I mean, that's bad, but I think it was 3 weeks ago, the house across the street here, the one in the center of the picture, I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning. My alarm goes off at 5. And about 2 or 3 minutes later, I hear pop, 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 gunfire. And it was, they were shooting at this house. Bad guys are shooting at this house right here. And that's the only thing I had heard about it. Then the cops are here. They were. Oh, look at squirrels. Toby's looking up. Anyhow, the police were driving up and down the streets. The next day, they were knocking on the doors, asking people had seen anything. And that's the last I heard of it. And then I think it might have been Friday afternoon. I was talking with another neighbor. And they said, no, that wasn't the end of it. 2 nights later, there was people rode by on bicycles, and they shot 5 times into the house. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Across the street from my house, there's drive-by shootings. Are you kidding me? It's incredible. I can't even believe it. I didn't believe the first time when I actually heard it. But then they came by a second time and shot even more. The house, there's bullet holes all over the side of the house. You got to watch who your kids' friends are. There's teenagers that live there. Teenagers, and I think the older ones they're under 21. But it turns out that one of the daughters has some kind of bad news boyfriend. And his enemies were coming by shooting up my neighborhood because he was there sleeping with the girl. Shooting up my neighborhood. I tell you, that's not acceptable. Where am I? I live in Michigan. I live 100 miles north of Detroit. But it's not acceptable anywhere. And it turns out the mom was in the hospital at the time. You always got to watch who your kids are hanging out with, because that's the problem, is the kids that these kids were hanging out with, because nobody's paying attention. The mama's not paying attention. The daddy's nowhere to be found. It takes mom and dad to raise kids. Especially here. Too many temptations. Wow, look at the frost. Toby's gonna lay in it. Oh, look at that. He laid with the frost on his belly. He must be warm from all the walking. Yeah, it's the boyfriend. It's whoever the boyfriend made enemies with. The boyfriend doesn't even live there, and they're shooting up the house. But you see my neighborhood. You can see my neighborhood isn't like that. That's never happened here. Look at that beautiful red tree. That's a nice one too. There's one down the block there. There's two of them. Yeah, there's been a higher police presence in the neighborhood since then. Well, Tobe, I forgot I was saying goodbye. I started yapping and forgot all about what was going on. Okay, let's go. Let's go get some breakfast. Well, folks, thanks for coming by. I sure appreciate you. Sure appreciate you joining us on our walks. It makes the walks even more fun. I have a good time with this kid. He's a lot of fun. Even just walking, he's a lot of fun. Just watching him walk. I know everything he does is for a purpose. He's looking, he's hunting, he's protecting. Let me see. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Got an eye boogie? You got an eye boogie? Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, that's my boy. Ooh, he's got wet feet. Look at how wet his feet are. Wet and dirty. He enjoys it, though. He'll be out laying outside right as soon as he eats his breakfast. As cold as it is, he'll go lay out. He'll be laying on the pavement or laying in the grass, and mark my words, 20 minutes, he'll be out. He'll be out enjoying this cold morning. Such a good boy. He's such a good boy. He's such a good baby. Say goodbye to the people. Here, can you say goodbye? Can you say goodbye? Here, let's see. Let's see if we can get him to sit up and say goodbye. Okay, up. Toby, try again. Try again. Sit up. No, not up. Here, sit up. Sit pretty. Sit pretty. High five. Try again. Sit pretty. High five. Wave to the people. Yeah. Yeah, he's such a good boy. Imagine Anastasia. Yes, he'll take the turkey off the table. He's that kind of guy. He's that kind of guy. Imagine Anastasia. I got to do it. I got to get to work. No work, no internet connection for my phone. You know what I mean? If I don't get to work, I won't have internet. I won't have a phone. Got to pay the bills. Got to pay the bills. Thanks everybody for coming by. In a week, when the time changes, it'll be brighter out, and we'll get out earlier in the morning. But until then, we'll have to suffer through the dark another week for the beginning of our live streams. Thanks everybody for coming by. Oh, what's this trash out here? It's always something. Thanks everybody for coming by. And we'll see you next time. Oh, is Malchiah there? There we go. There's not much to see today. I got the hoodie on. It's a cold, cold morning. It's a cold, cold morning. Yeah, I love you guys. Hugs and kisses for everybody. Even the dudes. Hugs and kisses, everybody. We'll see you on the streets. 21 in the building. That was fast. No, Dr. Stella, we've been on over an hour. I got to get to work. It's good to see you guys. Hugs and kisses, everybody. Game over. Game over. It's the game over. We'll see everybody tomorrow. And we'll see you in the streets here in a little bit. I got to get this boy fed. And I got to get my computer on and start typing. Type, type, type. I got a big assignment to turn in. See you guys. Bye. Bye-bye.